Hey guys, I made some adjustments to everything, and I'm hoping that everything goes a little bit smoother. I turned down my texture quality. I did a couple things, so I'm hoping that it's going to look a little bit better with our video and actually making things a little bit more smoother, so you can kind of see exactly what's going on as opposed to what I've been dealing with. I also added some hotkeys, so you can kind of see a little bit more of how exactly I can pause. I've been having to click off of this screen and go to my second screen. The game gets all confused, messed up, and then every time I come back, it's all laggy. So I'm hoping that if I could just use my hotkeys and focus on what I'm actually doing, that things will be a little bit better for today's video. All that being said, if you guys got any tips and tricks about video quality, I don't know if you guys are video makers or any of that, anything would be very appreciated. Doing my best to learn, but it's a new thing to me, and I feel like I'm getting better and better, but like I said, it's a new thing, and I just gotta kind of work through it. So thank you guys for sticking with me and working through all the issues. Um, kind of go support the series and the channel and everything as we go. So all that being said, we're going to get into today's video. We're going to be making our copper factory over here as well. So we have our 1 node and our 2 node, and we're going to basically add an entire structure over here. It's going to be our smelting, all of our constructors and everything that we're going to need, and as well as a new power line source, kind of connect everything together. So everything being said, let's get into it today, guys. Okay guys, so I came over here and I kind of extended our platform a little bit, and then I walled this off so not kind of breaching into that room or adding anything that's going to contradict with the other one. The only problem that I realized is once I went to go lay down my smelters, these require copper wire, which is the whole reason that I'm making this copper part over here, because I don't have any copper wire left. So I had to place some constructors down and run this again just so I can get some iron or some copper wire built up again. This is going to take me a second to get all the stuff that I need, so I'm going to let this run. In the meantime, I want to do something that I've been kind of wanting to do for a little while, and I'm pulling the trigger on it. I wanted to add a comment wall for anybody that's going to comment down below. If it's something like me, then obviously I'm not going to put it on the wall, but you know, if it's just like you know, saying you enjoyed the video or something like that, I'm going to try to kind of include you guys. So with our last video, if I can get to it on my phone here, we have 2 comments in the last one, which were from quartz crystals. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go get all the stuff I need for this, and I will get right back, so I'm a little bit more prepared to do this. I was kind of doing it on the fly with all that copper stuff going on. I just expected to do that, and then it didn't work out because I don't have the stuff for it. So I'm a little bit out of order. I wasn't ready to do it in this part of the video, but it's gonna be okay. So I might actually dedicate a room to it later on once I get everything kind of figured out. But for right now, I'm just gonna kind of place on this wall, and I can move it if things will be moved. So I have my quartz now. Crystal, whatever you want to call it. I can place my signs. We had 2 from the last video. So the first one is going to be from Max, and he said, "Nice." We're going to give him a what should we give him? Give him a little airplane logo. That sounds cool. So I'll put that on there and save it. And then we have Ariel, who said, "I'm gonna subscribe if I can type." And we're gonna give that a good giver. Give her a crystal oscillator. Is it even gonna fit on this sign? Can I make this any smaller? But look, it's a little bit wonky. Maybe I could kind of figure out how to make this a little bit better. But so there we go. We got our nice wall of signs there. I might have to make some bigger to kind of fit everything on there, but I'll rework it if I need to. So there you guys go. If you guys comment down below if you put anything interesting or just saying you enjoyed the video or whatever it is, I'll try to include you on the wall. I'm gonna let this run for about 5 minutes or so and kind of see where everything's at, and then I will get back to everybody. Alright, so now that we got some copper wire built up, we're able to actually place our smelters down, and we're going to run all of our splitters. So we have a 120 coming off the pure node. I'm about to unlock Mark IIs in a second, or Mark II miners, which is going to kind of mess up like everything I have going on. But for the most part, we can just run the 4 smelters off it and divided by 30 should give us 120. So we're going to hook all these up to copper ingots. And then we're going to need splitters. So this is going to be kind of like the back side. This will be the farthest wall of the factory. Anything really big than this, I'm not planning on doing. So anything from here is pretty much just going vertically, just to kind of try to keep it as simple as possible. I said in one of my earlier videos that I didn't want to get crazy in depth with all of like everything here. I want to just kind of keep it simple, just enough to kind of get us stuff started. Then we can actually go out and build our actual mega factory later on. So the plans for this factory are just to kind of get enough going to where we have stuff to work with, and we'll make our actual like really nice stuff later on. I already have one module of iron. I've used my steel production all the way over there by our coal, so I can use both of these iron ones, and I'll make another iron module here and another set of assemblers. So this will probably get taller, or I can try to pack these in here more. I'm not sure really what I'd like to do, but basically anything outside of this, the plan is just go vertically. I'm not really trying to go any further out than I already am. I might add like a couple little tidbits here and there, or even stuff that may be useful like a storage room and stuff like that. For the most part, I'm going to kind of leave things how they are, as opposed to trying to get crazy into everything with this factory. Once I got everything unlocked and I can kind of plan out exactly what I want to do, I think just overall the factory will be a lot better. So we're gonna get a line put in real quick. Probably actually line it up, that would be nice. Straight line there. Kind of like a weird angle. Okay, sometimes weird angles feel good. So there's our 120 line. I think we'll be running in. I need to hook this up to the power, and then I'm gonna need to merge all of it. So I'm probably going to merge it into one line. I don't know what the actual rate is on this. To make the wires, it's 15, which means I need 8 constructors off of 4 of these. I have 16 of them in 2 nodes. So this is a huge project. So I need to run 8 constructors somehow in here where it's all going to work out. So I think I'm going to need more room. I don't think I'll be able to fit all these in here unless I do like 4. So I'll need another layer of this to be 4 smelters on top. Give me the 8 for both of them. And I'll do like 4, 4, 4, and 4. 4 layers of 4, 16. So it'll be everything I need. But then, once I make that, half of these, well, I can use 4 structures that are going to consume or make 240 a minute, but then I need to split that into actual another set because I will need wires as well. After I make all of those, 240, so I'll need another 8 of these. So I just need just a ton of these. Like, this is a lot. I don't know. I don't think I can fit all these constructors here. I'm going to take a second and I'm going to make this wider. And I think this is just going to be a part of our factory where we kind of cram in here. Because the sheer number of constructors I'm going to need, like, I'm just trying to do the math in my head. I'm going to need, I'll need 8. So if I have 16 of these, I'm going to need 32 constructors. If I use all the copper for that. What's the rate on this? These are small. This is only 20. That's slightly bigger than that, so if I use half of it, I can make 3 of these, which gives me 180 left over. So 180 and a 15 is, oh, my head's spinning. It's a lot. It's a big number. I'm trying to do fractions. I discussed this in the last video. I'm not very good with numbers. So it's a lot. I'm gonna take a second and I'm just gonna make everything bigger and wider, and then I'm gonna try to pack all this in here. So I'm gonna be right back. Just 1 second. Okay, so I took a second. I took a breather and I kind of thought about everything, and I don't want to make it wider. Like I said, I'm going vertically. So I'm gonna hook this up. I took these two off of here, and they're gonna run over to power, or not power, to create our copper ingots for our sheets here. So we'll run everything that we have above there. I think. Oh no, the problem was with the screws. So there's still enough copper sheets being produced for that right now, so I really don't have to worry about that. I do want to hook up the power. I think my plan is I'm just going to go down this whole line. I'll make the 8 smelters, and I'll have them divided into all the lines they need to be divided into. I am going to need power for this room, but since I'm going to have so many connections to it, I'm going to run 2 of these together. 2 Mark IIs, and then I'll have this placed right here, which will actually give us our connection to where we need to go in here. So I'll place one here, which will go to the back side, and that'll kind of give us all the power that we need. I do need to rework this because I don't like how this is placed right behind it. Plus, there's a lot of connections going on already. This will go away. That won't be a problem. But I just need that to run right now so I can have some copper wire. So I would like to organize this. I think I maybe half-step it over so it's got a little bit more of a kind of design to it. I don't like the idea of seeing all these wires in here because there's a blank hallway with wires overhead, but I'm gonna have to come up with something that I like to do. Maybe if I can put these just above it, like if I put them up here, then I could put like yeah, thought I'd be able to place this like right underneath it. I don't know, if I can figure out a way to do it, I'll make it look nice and pretty. But right now, this is our connection that we're gonna use for this room. We're gonna hook up our smelters just so we can get our copper sheets running again, and then we're gonna go down the line again with our smelters. Alright, so we placed the rest of our smelters. I didn't power this up. The reason I put 2 of these poles is one, because of connections, but also I can kind of divide this into half and half. So I have my first 4, and then I have my other 4 over here, which is basically going to be divided into minors. So I'm going to place my splitters. You can kind of see the plan. I'm going to have to kind of use the stackables a little bit to kind of get everything how I want it to be. Place that there. This. I'm going to have to delete this for a second and place another splitter right here. Got that connected. And now what we're going to do is we're going to run an actual conveyor belt over the top of all this. So this will be, just to keep it simple for right now, I'm going to run this right into this Mark III. I need to redo this whole line. I'm going to have to place it so... Yeah, this needs to be the actual... This is going to need to be the first section. I was doing it all the way to the end at first because that was the only setup I had, but this is going to be the bottom one because that one's back there on the top. So I need to take this and run it, kind of eyeball a little bit, but get that in there. This could be a right angle right here, and I can connect these into everything. And then the back deposit that we have back there can run right into everything else. So it'll go right over the top on these. I'll place one more stackable just so I can kind of get it out of everything, and then that way it'll just go right over the top and right into the next one. So I'm going to take a second, and I didn't line this up right. Okay, so I got to redo everything. I knew that right angle is just working out too good for me. Delete all this, place our splitter again. We got it lined up this time. There's so much stuff going on at this point that to like be able to eyeball what actual like line it is, because I'm doing this constructor back here. I'm not even lining up on the right thing. How did I miss it on both sides twice? Okay, is that lined up? That's good. It's in the wrong direction. How many times am I going to place the same splitter? That's placed. That's good. That'll be in the right place. And I can connect all this. Need this. It's a right angle. Put that in there. Everything else, that's connected. This needs a right angle as well. Right angle, and that's connected, and then I can run the 120 into everything. this back miner is just going to run right over the top of everything else. So if I connect these all to copper, I'll start smelting. Well, there's ore in here. I don't want to carry around with me. Now, all these are running. I just need to hook up the actual miner itself. So I need to go build a portable miner real fast, and then I'm going to head up there, and I'll be back in just a second. Alright, so we hooked up our miner up there. It's all wired in, and we got our line here. We're going to stack this right on top of our stackable. Connect it here. And it's going to go right over the top. I'll run to the splitter. And that way we got a nice pretty line, all right angles. We got our splitter set up, and everything should be working out. So we're going to take a second and watch all this come in here, make sure everything's working good. Put that ore in there, and I really try to... I really don't like carrying around ore. I just think it bothers me a lot. So I got my 120s coming in, splitting down to 60, and then splitting again into quarters, which is going to be our 30 for per smelter. There you go. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Kind of makes you sick. You got motion sickness? I get motion sickness. It's making me sick. Looks good though. So this is all disconnected now. We ran all of our stuff out of it. It's pretty much all the wire we're going to be getting. I'll take that out of there for now, and then I'll let this run out, and I'll get rid of all this. I'm going to take a second. I know I keep saying that. I got to stop saying it. I feel like I've said that like 1,000 times. And take a second. I'm going to make the roof for this, and then I need to run all the lines together to kind of move up to the next section. So give me I'm trying so hard not to say it. I'm going to take a second. I'm going to do this. I will be back. So we had a little bit here and there. I did make a ramp up to get to the top there, and I kind of walled this off a little bit. We'll get a general idea of what everything's going to look like once we got all of it in. Like I said, there's still stuff I need to clean up here and there, like all this, but I got rid of everything right here. I unfortunately can't get rid of this little patch here, but we're just going to pretend like it isn't there, because lying is the way to happiness. So now that I got 6 here, it's kind of a weird number, and I basically got two options. I can do a 60 and a 120, or I could try out our new Mark III. So I went over there and I grabbed everything that I needed, all the steel production that I had, kind of everything running in the background. And I'm going to try to just do one simple merger line, just the whole way down, and then I'm going to use a lift to get it up to the top. It might make the splitting up there a bit complicated, but I think I have more room than I need now that I kind of thought about it a little bit more. So I'm just going to place all my mergers real quick and connect everything up. I'll need Logistics Mark III. Technically speaking, I could start off and I could add like a 60 belt and then go to a 120 and then so on, so on, so on. But I think I'm just going to do Mark III and just keep it simple and go the whole way down. The way anything that does come in is going to be fast. And I am a bit worried about backlog, but really think it's going to be okay. I made mistakes in the past of just trying to do everything on one line and not understanding the actual speed of the belts mattered. I thought if I just put on a belt that was big enough that it wouldn't affect anything. Out of place. Like I literally tried to put like 15 smelters on one line at one point on like my very first world, and it didn't go very well, obviously. So I'm a little bit worried about backlog, but if I run into issues, I can always take the time to reload everything. Or not reload, redo all the belts and everything. I really would prefer not to do. It's okay. Mistakes happen. You know, I'm not a perfect person, I can admit that. We'll hook everything up. And now all this should start funneling in. So I did take the time to put some more modular frames that we had and go down sync. It should have gave us a ticket or two. Yeah, it gave us 5. I'll take this, and then I want to buy these conveyor tools. I think these are going to be extremely useful for what I'm trying to do. I'm not sure what else I can do. I still have about 4 tickets, so let's see what we can buy here. I think the walls would be cool. And it only leaves me with 2. But I think I'll take the wall mounts, and I'm going to take these door walls. That should be 5. That way we got some more stuff we can work with. I do want to get these steel frame, because I haven't seen these before. These look cool. And I need lighting as well. Lighting will be really useful in here, because some of the stuff I'm starting to box is getting really dark. Like up there, really could use some lights. So now that we got these holes, what I should be able to do is I should be able to place this and just go right through it. Place it up there, and be able to place a hole. Maybe I gotta go up there to do it. Quick. I am very, very excited to get into Hyper Tubes because I am tired of dealing with all this. All this running around. I should be able to place this like right. Why not? Do I have to place this first? I hope that's in the right location. Alright, well, let's try to eyeball this, I guess. Okay. Right there, and that should, I hope. That's going through there. I don't know why it's telling me it's clipping. I wonder if I'm going to lose track of this or be able to hold it the whole time. No, that's not going to work out. It's going to be hold it. So I'm just going to bring this up here to the top. Place that there. Now all this should be coming up here. So from here, I need to turn this. It has to go the other way. I need to go that way. Let me try. I'm gonna place these storage boxes as well because I would like to have these right here, and that way I can have like all my stuff run down pretty much. So I need to actually see where everything's at. I'm thinking right there, and if I'm smart, this should be great. Oh, they gotta go back one. Get back. This has to go back as well. I wish I got lines for this and I could actually see where everything was at, but instead I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I'll run these through. That is not even close. I don't know what the hell that was. Now those are up there. Basically the idea is that we can have everything go right back down to the start, so I don't have to run up here and collect everything. I need to fix that. But I'm going to try to move this down. I need to be able to fit. I have 16, so I need 12 constructors up here. Let me see how many I can fit real quick, because these are bigger than the actual smelters. That 5, 6. I can fit 6 up here. So I'm gonna move this around, and I'm gonna get this over to the end. So this isn't in the middle of the floor because this is where all the merges are gonna run. And then I'm gonna take a second and try to figure out something. I'll be right back. So now that I got up here, I can either try to finagle these in here, but basically this needs a double split. So if you have 12, it needs to get split into at least 4s, because this is 15. So to get, you need to split in half, so you need a splitter to go half down here, and then you have a total of it needs it, if you do it off the smelters, you have 6 smelters, and the smelters need to be split in half, which is 12. So you need to split this 3 times essentially. So you'll need a splitter to split this in half, and then you need to split it 3 more times. And it's basically a ton of splitting if you can't grasp that. Let me see if I can make like a really like compact split section right here on this back section, but if I need to put all these splitters here, I can't run them through the backside because they just won't fit with everything unless I do something like this, which is just not going to work because I still need to get another merger in between everything, get everything all combined together. So I'm going to take some second and try to wrap my head. I have to stop saying take a second. I'm going to spend some time. I'm going to make a list of all the things that I can say other than that and hang it up on the screen just so I can see exactly what I'm saying. I'm going to spend some time, or whatever you want to call it, trying to figure out how to get all these splitters to fit into this little like 1x5 here. And if I can't do it, then I'm just going to make another layer. So I will be right back. I had to add another section here, but it's going to be on the back side of the factory, so I don't think anybody's going to see it, and I'm going to cover it up anyway. When I say this is tight, this is tight. Like, this is clipping to even make this work. It looks like they can close this gap down more, but if I put it any more, there's clipping on this side, and this side is clipping as well. So pretty much it just is what it is. I'm going to cover it up, and hopefully we'll never have to look at it. So I'm going to spend some time, and I'm going to go all the way down 6 layers, do all this stuff, and get all the splitters out. I'll be right back. Okay, so it took me about an hour to kind of figure everything out exactly how I wanted to do it. I kept getting confused with all the numbers because there's a lot going on. Because this is an abysmal amount of structures, and all the numbers are very, very confusing. So basically what's going on is there's 180 coming out of here. 180 split goes down to 90. 90 split into 3 goes down to 30 apiece. And then I have these splitters that go in between here that are kind of getting it down to 15 apiece. So then you have 3 lines right on top of each other, 3 more splitters to get it down to 15 apiece. So this is fully loaded at max capacity, and hopefully there shouldn't be any actual like overrun or anything. It should all work out pretty good. So I just need to figure out this middle section because the output for 180 is going to be 360, which means I'm going to have to kind of split this into thirds. So if this is producing 60 across 3 of these, 6 is going to produce 180. So I'll probably do 3 together, and then I'll do another ramp over the top, and I'll have half it go down to the actual thing, and on the other half go up to another level that's going to be making our cables, which that one should be a little bit easier because it should be cut in half. So basically 180 should only require 3 constructors on the next level, so it shouldn't be too bad. I just have to hook everything up and get this other side going exactly how this side is, and we should be mostly done with this project. Alrighty, with everything hooked up, this should be our last part of it. So, kind of this tie-in. I run the miners. That is running the miners. So, I'm just gonna connect this here for now, just to get the power. I'll redo the power grid. I know I literally just did a whole episode about it, but I'm gonna do this instead. Just for right now, I can kind of fix this. I just want to see this run. So with all of it going, everything hooked up, we have all green lights, and this is already just produced so much. How is it full? It's been running for 20 seconds. All right, okay. So let's go ahead and get our lines set up so we can get this stuff down here. That up. I run all the way around real fast. You see absolutely how fast it's gonna fill up. This produces fast already, and this is already just going to town. Put that there. Make a nice little right angle. Like that. Like that in there. And there everything goes. So this top portion will be going upwards into the actual the next level we're gonna do for the cables. Let's just see how fast this is filling up. Now that's insane. That is so much. And that's only half, mind you. If I was to run the other section into here, it would be even faster. So that's a big number. That's really huge amount that we're getting. So now I already know this video is going a little bit long, but I need to finish off the cables, so I'm gonna have to add another section to this. Just up top. I'll wall everything off and get it all compacted here, and then we should be getting to the end of all this. I'll be right back. Alrighty, with everything said and done, we have our 3 constructors set up here with our wires coming in, making our cables. This is producing about 90 a minute, which is not like anything quite like the wires, but it is producing still a really good amount. It's plenty. It's a lot more than I'm ever going to need. Basically, it's coming in, getting split down into 3. This is consuming 60, so our 180 line going down into 3 different lines of 60, making 30 apiece, which is 90. It's going out and around, going down back to the floor, all the way to the bottom where it's being put into our storage unit. So we go down there, check everything out. We have this filling up with wires, and we have this filling up with cables. So that's going to be it for today. With our next episode, I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure I'm going to clean this area up and get into our iron module over here. All that being said, guys, thank you for tuning in today. I know it was a bit of a longer episode. There was a lot that we got done today. We basically added this entire section over here, which was a really big project. I've been playing for about 3 hours now, trying to get everything organized and put together. It was a lot. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys want to make it onto that comment wall, just say something nice down below. Tell me if you're enjoying the series. Tell me something I can do better. Whatever it is, I just be here for you guys. So make sure you guys like, subscribe to follow the series. Sky King signing out. Have a good day.